Hi guys, my name's Tristan with Tristan Gibson Dog Training. Today I have here David and Poncho. Poncho came to me, or actually I reached out to David. He lives here in the neighborhood, about Poncho's leash pulling and just basically a little bit of a tune-up when it comes to that, as well as a little bit of reactivity. I last worked with him on Tuesday, which I attempted to record, but I had forgotten. And we got the heel dialed in pretty well. He doesn't know the heel command altogether yet. So we're just going to do a walk around. I'm going to check to see how he does just with environmental standards and different things that are going on. And also dialing in David's handling with him just on a general walk and try and set that foundation real well. So here we go. Whichever direction you guys want to go.
Let's go the opposite direction.
Okay.
That way we can run into other animals if they're out.
Yeah.
We're going to cross the road, all right, Poncho? When we cross, though, Poncho waits to look both ways, generally. Poncho, sit. Good boy. He's looking for treats. This way.
Loosen up on that heel. And you don't need to tell him this way. He'll just follow wherever you go.
Here, get over here again. Come here. Sit.
Good.
I use walk now.
Okay.
The other heel. Walk. Poncho. Good boy. Go off back. You did all right. Good. There we go.
Do you want him in a tight walk, I guess?
I like him by my side.
Okay. So whenever he gets to be a little bit too far, instead of just holding him back, pop that leash a couple times.
When I walked over here, I did this, and then he started getting next to me. But
Okay.
it took it a couple times. But yeah, I do pop it too. You ready? Okay. Boy. No, come.
Do you remember yesterday when I was working with him and just helping him get the understanding of his, like, when I pop it, it's
Yep.
you can back up into it. You can do it's what I call a reverse recall. So basically you go,
Just stop and back up.
yeah, stop and back up and get down, hunch over, because that's what dogs perceive as kind of like more exciting. You got to animate yourself a good bit.
Okay.
So like if I do it, he remembers yesterday, so he may not do it. Poncho, heel or walk, come. Good boy. He's already checking in with me.
Yeah, here he knows.
Right there. So you drop it down so you can correct to the side. Correcting straight up is great for, let's say, Poncho, sit.
Sit.
Poncho. There he goes. So when he gets ahead of you, just to dial it in. So he's going to keep going to you because he knows, Dad, I'm going to pop him. And it's not much. It's basically letting him run into the end of the leash in some cases.
He's staying right beside you, but every time we did that, he kept wanting to go back ahead and back
Yeah.
ahead.
So
Started turning around.
So when you're turning around, like if he pays attention to you right there, pop. Get his attention back on you. Then he's like, oh, there's a repercussion because he thinks he can just go that way.
Right.
And that's what he's doing with you. He says, Dad's let me do this before, so I'm just going to keep doing it. And you're drawing the line as Poncho, heel. Have it.
Yeah.
You can do inside turns. So that makes him, I make his eyes go to you. So like right now, he just checked in with my leg. There you go. Poncho, sit. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Yeah.
He's eating out of your hand and not eating your hand.
Yeah, he
That's
didn't.
good.
Yeah, I gave him a couple of licks of it.
All right, you ready to try this again? Huh? Are you ready? Come here. Come beside me. Sit.
So I want you to focus on that quick pop. It's literally, when you do it, it's just a flick of the wrist. And
Okay.
for his size, it can be more of a little bit of an elbow motion. So when you do it, crouch down, because if you pull straight back and up, it can cause some discomfort because then it's going straight back, but you can redirect to the side in whichever way you want him to go.
Okay. Get over here again.
He's excited.
Yeah, he's excited. Walk.
So let the arm relax. He's checking in with you right there. So what I want you to do,
Yes.
do you have treats on you?
I got him in my other pocket.
Okay.
I don't have any in my hand. I'm sorry, Poncho.
So when you treat him, don't pest dispense him. Hold it down with your thumb like this and just let him get a lick because he's checking in with you a lot right there. And that was beautiful. So I want to reward that behavior. So he's like, Dad matters now. I get rewarded when I pay attention to him.
Walk. Good boy.
Good, he just checked in with you again. There's another one. Yes, good boy.
Go. He's doing great now. No.
Just keep powering through.
Let's go.
He follows where you go. Focus on, I know I'm giving you a lot here. Keep your
No, you're
shoulders,
good.
keep your shoulders forward and your head straight through. And if you can see him in your peripheral and he's checking in on you, that's when you can reward him with the good boys and the treats and whatnot. But just focus on maintaining that straight, neutral position. Because if you're looking down at him like this, that's really engaging to him, but we just want him to walk right now.
I know where he's at. Here is heavy breathing. Right, Poncho? Yeah.
Okay. You come over here. Now I want you to do an outside turn. Now he's going to the left side. He's following that treat hand.
Turn back.
Do an inside turn. So power through him. Like if you have to push his head with you, that's perfectly fine. He will move with you. Oh shit.
And we're relaxed here.
Yeah, it is beautiful. This is miles above last week when I last saw you walk with him. This is perfect. Oh, reward that. That was beautiful. That was really good. If I'm working with a dog and I have we feed raw on me, they're getting a payment of we feed raw meat.
Sit.
That was amazing.
You're doing great. No. No more. You're all gone, okay?
Release that hand.
Now you gotta behave yourself.
He's already sitting.
Okay? Now you gotta behave. Walk. Good job. You nasty drool, Poncho. Yeah, it's generally if we're walking by and somebody's on the other side of the street walking, he just comes over and tries to get in between.
Yeah.
He doesn't get excited, but if somebody's riding a bike, he kind of wants to go and play with it. Is his reaction?
Mhm.
Who knows if he wants to take a chunk out when he gets there?
Yeah. So now this would be a good chance. Yeah. So when he gets a little bit too far past, you kind of drug him back a little bit to slow him down. Give him a couple pops, like right there. There we go. That's the attention. That got his attention.
Good job. There. Oh, you dropped it. Here,
He's-
let's get it. Let's get it, because you did good. Right here. Right here. Come on.
The squirrel.
Come on.
That was good. You can, when it's just little corrections like that, there's like levels to it. So if it's like, hey, I'm back here, it's a tap. And then you get to the complete opposite side of the spectrum, it's like, holy shit, he's about to bite this kid. Or he really doesn't like something or somebody, and he's within, that's when you go hard. So you were kind of in the middle there of the severity. Like on Tuesday, when he barked at Sabrina, I gave him 3, I'd call them level 3 corrections.
Okay.
That's I'm keying that up now. Because that behavior in itself.
Good job.
Now,
Once more.
with that, come back here again.
Yeah, he knows the way.
When you round that corner, here's what I want you to do. He's going to be looking at you like he has been for the last several hundred feet. boom.
Like that?
Yeah, so this is kind of like Marine Corps standards. I was in the Marines, so it's like the whole cadence: left, right, low, column, left, march, turn here.
Okay.
Turn on your right foot and pivot. And this helps them get into line. This can help translate as you make those pivots more like an about face.
Okay.
He could get to the point in his lifetime where he just pivots with you.
Right.
So this is kind of setting him up for that. But ultimately right here, I wanted him to be so with you that he feels that pivot and he's already along your parallel. So he's basically here. Now he could lazy around it, that's fine. I just want his attention to be on you.
Okay. Ready, Slaughter? Walk.
Now come back and do it again. Come back and do it again and just walk through him. If he catches a knee kind of harshly,
Okay.
that's fine. He'll learn from that mistake. He's a dog. They get bit. They have go headbutt each other. He'll be fine.
Ready?
Some people get really confused. It's like, you're just kicked your dog's like, no, I walked into him. Because he's not paying attention. He walked into me. Boom. There he go. He just checked in. Good boy.
Very good. Good job. There. You have a hard time with them little ones, huh?
Outside turn. That was good.
That's it. Inside turn's better.
Do another outside turn.
Sorry, I was in the middle of the
You're
inside.
good. You're good.
I'll get the outside.
I think it's important because he can start to predict like which one you're gonna do.
Because the outside turns are the easiest. He
Yeah.
gets around me. It's the inside turns that he doesn't know when I'm in the middle of it. Because I do it without any warning to him.
Mm-hmm.
But he follows along.
He's pretty mild to work with. Your other two dogs are more problematic.
Oh, the other two dogs, they're not going to know any of that. They're just going to do what they want to
Yeah.
do, I'll tell you.
Stop right here real quick. Let's say, actually, and then face this way.
Turn around.
Yeah, just face this way. Let's say, this can translate to your other dogs too, and it does make the walks longer, but it does give them kind of a barrier, especially if they're leash reactive or fear reactive or they're socially reactive. Let's say you're walking down and then about here, your dog starts reacting. You can conduct an inside turn to put them on the opposite side.
Okay.
So now you are the barrier between them and you, and they have to look through you, which sometimes can be difficult, especially from this distance, or if you're facing the other direction, because the dogs can still see forward.
Right.
So let's practice it. I'm probably gonna end up inside turning myself just out of habit. But let's say I have a dog right now. Again, this can translate with the other two. And he starts reacting, you keep walking. You can walk. Yeah. So I have a dog. Inside turn.
Okay.
And now he's on the other side. Sure, we're going the same direction. But at this point, you could even do a 45 and create distance so that whatever threshold he's at, let's say I'm over here with a dog, or I'm just a kid on a bike, which he doesn't like. He's reactive from here, which that's a pretty poor, that's a good distance to still be reactive. When I first got Arlo, I couldn't walk down the street without him barking at a person or a bike on the other side of the street.
He doesn't bark at him. He kind of wants to run to him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna enter. Does he do that with?
Would be when he gets to them.
Does he do that with dogs too?
Sometimes he wants to. Others he'll just pull a little bit and he'll whine for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't go crazy like my other two, like you saw.
Okay,
He doesn't do that.
cool. That's awesome.
He's quiet about it.
Okay.
Sometimes he pulls, he gets excited. Depending on the reaction of the other dog too, is how he reacts. Because right now these little dogs here, they're making him anxious.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the little dogs in the crazy
He's still
dogs.
focused on you. Put him in a sit.
Sit.
Good. He's checking in with you. Every chance you get with that, pay him.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Give him some pets. Give him some love. And this,
But
all of this stuff, when it comes to leash stuff, it is the groundwork for everything else. Because if you have a dog that's controlling you on the walk, they're sure as hell not going to listen to you. Like, it's like those two. If we let them out, what are they going to do right now?
They come over and pester him.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
They have no recall.
No.
He probably doesn't have any recall.
If somebody was out, he may or may not. When he was younger, he got loose, he would come back.
Okay.
He would come back, but he would still frighten the crap out of whoever he was.
Oh, yeah.
Toward, of course, because of the type of dog he is.
That's kind of, I don't start working with dogs on recall with an e-collar until they have their real good fundamental obedience basics down.
Right.
So like I can tell Arlo to sit all the way down there with him here. I'll sit, he'll sit there for however long until I tell him free or break.
Yeah, no, he won't do that yet.
Yeah. This is really good so far. So let's hope we run into something. We might.
Yeah, that's why if we go this direction, we should run in. The guy should be walking his polar bears or the other kid with his big white dog.
Yeah.
But,
So there, tappy tap. Check him back. Yeah, he just ran into that for himself. So he's like, oh, okay.
Very good.
I should have let you throw that away before we left. Just carrying around a poop bag.
We'll drop it off here around the corner.
Is this where you live over here?
Yeah, right around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Here. The ugly tan house over here. With the red shutter. With the red shutters, yeah. The one with the overgrown garden.
So a little context for the YouTube and the Instagram and the Snapchat and all the other social media platforms is when I first moved in, I had no idea I wanted to get into dog training. And then after working with Arlo and kind of falling in love with it, I was like, yeah, I want to do this.
Let them walk by. They're strangers to him.
How does he react to strangers?
He'll sit and watch them go by.
Okay.
If they're walking, he should sit. Good boy.
But with seeing David walk around the house and me once having Arlo, well, I still have him now, but he used to pull really bad too. I wanted to figure out, can I do this? Can I train dogs? And I've trained a few. I've trained Zeus. I've helped train Wrigley and Ella and Arlo, and we're training Ruby, obviously, right now. But I've seen David walk around the neighborhood quite a bit, and his leash is all wrapped up on his forearm, and Poncho's just pulling him down the street to whatever he thinks he wants to get to. So as I learned about all this and started doing a lot of research into dog training, I wanted to try and help him. And so far, the results have done pretty well. You can tell him sit whenever you want, and then if he doesn't do it, just the leash pressure up. Yeah, just straight up.
No reaction when they went by.
That was beautiful. Good boy, Poncho. I have keys in my treat. Always.
He wants a treat.
He gets paid for that. It's been a little bit. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Poncho! Good boy.
There's the slime.
And the first time I met Poncho, he wanted to rip my face off. And now he's taking treats out of my hand.
Poncho.
So with him like pulling to a sniff, that's when you would correct it, because at that point, he's trying to pull you to what he wants. And as soon as he gets to that point, he's like, this worked, I'm going to keep on doing that. So if he's trying to pull to the stop sign or the fire hydrant or our mailbox, pop him. Yeah, just a little correction, nothing much. It's like, hey, let's go. And if he's still pulling or he's going real hard, equal force. So it's like the police to different police officers. Well, actually, there's a continuum of force. It's like if somebody has a knife, you pull out your gun. If somebody's going to fucking try and bare knuckle you, pull out a taser.
Right.
If somebody's trying to bite you, you're probably going to get hurt pretty bad.
If somebody's running through my yard, I pull out Poncho.
Yeah. So right there, he's pulling. I can see his chains knocked back. There we go. He doesn't earn that treat.
No, not at all.
You can tell him good. You can tell him good boy when he realizes it, but then giving treats repetitively is like, I'm always gonna get a treat.
I'm gonna get a treat every time he pulls on it. Yeah. I need to take a 30-second break.
Oh, you're fine.
Let me have that trash. Yeah, it's the ugly house with the overgrown garden. All right, Luca's gonna take him for a minute.
Okay.
We'll just run this up to the house there. You want this? No, keep going. I'll catch up to you.
So see how he's ahead of your heels here? Just pop it. He's not paying attention too much. Just pop, pop.
He thinks we're going inside.
You can tell him Bubba, or not Bubba, Poncho. You can tell him Poncho walk. He'll stay with you. Yeah, there we go. He's still looking.
He always keeps his eye on my dad. He doesn't like to let him out of his sight.
Now it's important for you to learn how to do all this too. So, outside turn. He's on the wrong side. Yep, there we go. And outside turn. Now pop them, and it's not much of a drag there, so it's gonna be pop, pop, pop. So little flick or wrist flicks, or if you have to do a short tug.
Sit. Sit. On my side. Sit.
It's just gonna be, we don't, he's following it, he knows it for sure. So when you're telling a command, get him to position first. So if I pull him around here, let's see.
Yeah.
He may not do it here, let's see.
Yeah.
Here,
Sorry.
you're good. So he's distracted on Dad. Poncho, come! Poncho, oh, nope. Yeah, you felt that one. There we go. Good boy. Good come. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Poncho, heel. Walk. Yeah. Good. That was excellent. He's looking for Dad, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's his problem. He lost his attention on you.
See those little pops? It's really like it's like a slow tension. Now when he's
My dogs,
yeah,
they won't stop.
Yeah,
Until
they're
we're
not
out of
going
sight.
to until we're around the corner.
I'll work with them too tonight if you want me to, or the craziest one.
Come here.
The craziest one?
Yep.
They're both crazy. Phoebe's getting to be the craziest.
Here.
Yeah. She pulls the most and barks.
Correct
the
him.
most.
Pop,
Sit.
pop. Attention on you. There you go.
Sit. Facing.
Okay, just start walking.
Now turn around, go.
Poncho, walk.
Go over here to my side so you're kind of out of sight. He keeps looking back. There we go.
Yeah, it gets separation anxiety.
Yeah. Ironically, it also stems from a lack of foundation, as I found out. U-turn, or instant outside turn. So he's following you at that point. We don't need to correct for that. He's just a little slower, which is fine. Sometimes a couple little taps just to get him to hurry up a little bit. That's fine. But when he's just a big, slow boy, like I don't correct Ruby most of the time because she's still a puppy, and she requires a lot of positive reinforcement on that, not four-sided, or like she needs 1/4 of the pie or cake right now. Let's do an inside turn and just power through them. And sometimes it ends up being wide and a little bit messy like that, and that's fine. He's gonna kind of learn. It's like, oh, I need to pay attention to you because you're just gonna walk right through me. Inside turn.
Yeah, he's trying to get you.
Yeah.
Should I reward him? You think?
Not yet. He's doing good. You can tell him good boy. Don't forget to use those good inflections, higher pitched. Outside turn. There we go. So he ran into the end of the leash there a little bit. Okay, we're just gonna go walk.
Walk. Come on.
And try and break his view of you.
Sit. Walk. I've been practicing a bit with him in the backyard.
Good.
Luca's home with him all day,
Is he?
so he has a little bit more time with him.
Now do
That's
remember-
why I want him to do a little bit more with you here
Yeah.
too, because he spends more time with him because if he does his thing with him and he's not doing the right things, then it's not helping much. When I take him, he's not going to do what he's supposed to be doing.
Do you remember that drawback recall I did?
Remind me, please.
You just start backing up and you do this and get his attention. So you can drop the leash when you do it.
Okay.
If he hits the end of the leash, that's on his own.
Okay.
You can hold it all in your left hand from the loop. There you go. So just let half of that dangle. And this is gonna literally just hold it right here.
Oh, just like that.
So this is gonna give him room to figure out when he's gonna screw up. So if he goes all the way to the end of it and he pops himself, he learns that. And then as he's getting to that point, nope, come here. When he's getting to that point, that's when you start backing up and do a drawback recall. And this can be helpful for a dog that's starting to fixate on something. I do it with Arlo on occasion. It doesn't really work with him that well. I'm always about doing what works, and for him it just doesn't. So, at the handle.
Oh, right.
Let all of it hang down.
I thought, sorry.
Yeah. So when you're walking, you can get high in your voice and go, Poncho, come! And then this is gonna be kind of an introductory to a recall. So basically you got a little bit of a distance, not much, a few feet. And then as he starts to reach the end of that, that's when you go, Poncho, come! Drop your arms down, be really inviting and really friendly down here, because that, to dogs, that's really, really positive and exciting for them. It's like here, I'll do it. So you can kind of see if you're a visual learner. Poncho, come! Poncho, come! Yeah, good boy. Don't bite me. Don't bite me like that. So if I do, yeah. So I'll do it again. Poncho, come! Yes, good boy! Yes, good boy. Sit. Yeah. Sit. Stay.
So when I do the recall, I drop to the loop.
No free treats. You don't earn free treats. Sit. Break. Yes, come. Sniff for it. Oh, or chomp it. Okay. So, once again, so you can see it. Poncho, come. Drop it. Back up. Poncho, come. Yes, good boy. Yes. Yes. Easy. Gentle. There you go.
Yeah, he gets gentle.
He's a gobbler.
Definitely. So, come on. Poncho up. Well, he stopped with me.
That's good.
Yeah.
And this can be useful for the other two dogs too. And then once he gets to a sit, we're gonna start introducing the break. Okay. So he's on the job whenever you guys tell him heel, sit, stay, place, touch, all of these different things. And when he's not doing anything, like I said the other day, nobody expects a dog to stay in heel for a 4-hour walk. Like that's just unrealistic. We all need a break. And he wants to be a dog, he wants to live life. So it's important to introduce that break, and the way I do it is either if he's really excited about his kibble, or you fast him for a morning, and then work with him in the afternoon, which I want you to be doing your homework too. A lot of this stuff you've been doing it, obviously.
Yeah, we did it last night too.
Yeah.
Last night.
Good. Good. But you basically just,
very good last night.
yeah. So you basically just take a few treats. So with that, here, let's see the leash real quick. I'm gonna get it to in the street so he can actually find him. Poncho, Poncho front, sit, good, break. So that break command, one, throw in the treats and kind of like scatter feeding him a little bit. It makes him get excited about, oh, I can do what I want. I can sniff, I can be happy, I can go explore things. I can sniff the tree or the leaves or whatever. Hopefully just not poison ivy.
Yeah.
And then also just gets his nose to the ground. So he's catching all of those smells, all of that engagement. Like he's gonna sleep well after this probably. You probably slept well on Tuesday.
He slept well last night and Tuesday.
Yeah.
He was exhausted.
And that kind of gets me into another, kind of like,
We were running running late last night and got him out late in the evening.
Were you?
Yeah.
Here you go. So do you have treats on you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You want to do that thing? Sure.
You can wait a little bit. Just put them in a sit or
That's a sit.
a down. We don't have to do it now.
That's a sit. I'm just trying to get him.
Yeah.
Like a walk. That's a walk.
Let it all loose.
The other two dogs, what kind of dogs are they? You said one's a Winnie.
She's a pit whippet mix.
Okay.
Lucy's a lab mix of something, I don't know.
So she's got a lot of energy. Both of them do.
They both do.
Okay. So dogs have two tanks, and I learned this from Tom Davis. He's another dog trainer. He's considered an international dog trainer. He's been on different TV shows and whatnot. He's got a lot of really good content.
I'm sorry, I'm blocking you.
You're fine. This is all about you guys. It's nothing about me. It's seeing what you guys are able to do today. But dogs have two tanks. That's going to be the physical and the mental.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the barking that you see is they're barking either they're bored, they're not getting mentally stimulated. And Winnies, dogs in general, they can run 15 miles in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple walks throughout the day generally doesn't do it for a lot of dogs. And unfortunately, that's just what people can provide.
Right.
And they just learn to cope with it. But that's where the training comes into play, because now they're gonna mentally exhaust themselves. Like if you have a backyard, or you take them on a good few loops around this, or hop on a bike and run each one of them separately, that's gonna take care of the physical
That's
stimulation.
one thing I can't do is hop it on a bike with them and run them. Because
Yeah.
they'll yank me right down, those dogs.
But working them with the training, it's gonna drain them, because they're like, oh, we're learning so much. I have to sleep on all of this, and it's gonna take 2 days for me to recover mentally before I'm ready for the next session.
So that'd be good with Phoebe. And
Yeah.
even Lucy. Lucy, she loves to pull a lot. She'll bark at others and try to pull toward them.
Yeah.
She's extremely overprotective of her toys and her food.
Okay.
The others Phoebe gets protective of her food, but not the way Lucy does. Lucy will attack the other dogs.
Double tap him a little bit more. So at that point, he's so far ahead of you, he may not even see your legs. So either back up and let him hit the end of the leash, and right before he hits it, give him a small correction, because it's going to be his weight plus a small correction. It's going to turn it into kind of like a medium. And then or you can do the inside or outside turns. But when you do those, drop it down to the handle. So just hold on to it at the handle, so that when he is actually, for a fact he's not paying attention for right now. Because as we progress, boom. So when you hit that marker and you hit that length, it's not a pull, it's a pop it down.
Yeah,
You're
when
good.
it gets up there before you, without turning, you pop it.
Touch a left.
Ooh, that's dark. That's better. So he's paying attention to here. Drop that half leash. Now double back.
Like that.
A little bit harder. He did it. That worked for you. But don't pay him on those. No treats when he does that, because we don't want to pay him for the wrong behavior. He says, oh, I'm getting a treat when I don't pay attention.
Do you drop it? Touch a left.
You okay? You good? Okay.
I didn't see him with the leg.
Yeah, he was lifting. Poncho likes peeing on his legs.
Drop the leash and turn. Either direction. Boom, pop it. He won't do it with me, but you've seen me do it. It's a,
It's a little harder pop.
Just that hard.
yeah. It's not so much of a drag. There we go. Don't treat him. He didn't earn it. You get a treat. Get your son ice cream later.
I'll give him an ice cream later.
Inside turn, walk through him. Inside.
Inside.
Wasn't that?
So
No.
inside. Here, I'll go over this again.
Keep them on your one side though.
You're
Keep 'em
fine,
on
you're
your-
fine.
on
Here.
your left side.
So the dog's on my left side, right?
Right, inside towards the dog.
Towards the dog.
Yeah, towards the dog. You turn into him.
No more
Outside.
ice cream for you. He just lost the ice cream.
You want me to do it still?
Yeah. So at that point, since he is not in the right position for it,
Right.
I want you to get him into a nice good heel. So this could just be helping him tune into you a little bit more, because you're trying to turn right here. You're turning into his chest and torso. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. There's a reason why the prong collars are up high, and that's because on the neck, that's where you turn the head, you turn the attention.
Right.
So when you're up high and he's looking at your leg, so right now he is in a perfect heel or a walk. He's in a perfect heel, and he's just checking in with me. He's moving a little slow. I'm not mad about that. Homeboy's tired. But right there, boom, he was looking at you, didn't pay attention. Sometimes you can catch him off guard to help him understand, like, you need to be at least looking out. You don't need to be looking at me all the time, but at least pay attention sometimes. So if I turn, that would have been a good moment right here. Boom.
See it?
So part of this comes with the heel. Good boy, come on, yes, good boy. So now I'm paying him for paying attention and coming with me, and he's gonna pay more attention. Boom. Boom, I could go in circles for hours. Oh. Yep, that confused him. Arlo follows me on that one. Good boy, Poncho, good boy, yes. Yes, good boy, circles, circles. Come. Yes, good boy, yes, come on. Good boy. That's so good. Yes, good boy. There you go.
Try a couple of that. Try it.
Are there things inside the house he has problems with at all?
No, just my other son. That's it.
Okay. That may,
We keep them separate.
yeah.
I don't let 'em together
Treat him,
outside.
pay him for that.
I don't let them together outside.
Yeah.
Of,
That's a good boy.
he's happy.
Yeah.
You guys are doing phenomenal.
About to sit. Come here. Sit.
Do you feel this has helped you?
This is helping
Yeah.
a lot.
It's less stressful.
Yes.
Not for you.
No more. No. Ew. Nasty.
How's that lighting? That's not bad. I'm gonna bump it up a couple more. That's gonna be grainy here soon.
Calling him. You're doing good. You're doing good. Yes, you are.
You want to try again, fella?
Now, go ahead. I want you to.
Oh.
No jumping. You can give me kisses. You haven't been licking your butt. You want to come here? Come here. I'll come to you. I don't like you jumping. Poncho. Come here.
I think there's a car about to come down this way.
Is there?
Yeah, it's pulling out of a garage right now.
Okay. Let's get out of the way.
Let's do just very basic general commands. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a down once we get back to the driveway.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll use the place board for it because
The new stuff.
get the doggo in there. He's doing so good. Keeping it steady. Trying to. We might use the gimbal next time. It's a little bit heavier, but it helps a lot. I feel like the lighting just got shittier. Just got a lot darker.
It's getting dark quick.
Yeah.
You can adjust the, I forget what that's called.
The slide? Oh, the ISO? Yeah, I bumped it up like 6 times.
The exposure.
Yeah. You can get closer to Poncho and him.
The other dogs will be picking them up as we're going.
Yeah, Phoebe will find them.
go.
Do a inside turn, but make sure he's in a good heel with you, because right there that he's not gonna.
Yeah, walk a little bit more quicker ahead of him. There you go. When
Or
you're
slowed. Here's a good exercise to do.
That's good for you to practice in the yard tomorrow, Luca.
Yes.
Here's a good one. Walk at different paces. If he keeps track of you and your walking pace, he's
He
checked
should
in.
slow down with me.
Yeah. So just like when he came to a stop, you can walk fast, you can walk slower.
Right.
Okay, there we go. It's a little bit smoother. It was just this frame rate settings I had because it was still pretty light out. I just made it a little bit darker and jacked up the ISO because it was a little grainy. Huh? Yeah, there you go.
Let me sit.
He'll do this and you'll do this. He's done a lot learning today. You two have done great. You've learned a lot too. I don't know if I can keep track of all the homework from last time, but it seems like you guys are keeping up with it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give up on this, and neither I'm not gonna let Luca give up on it.
Good.
It's got to be done.
Sit.
Yeah. So sit, then correct if he ignores it.
Sorry.
And the correction isn't a pop. The correction for sit.
Is holding it.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be, no.
Hold it up. No.
Come here, Poncho. Come.
Lost it.
Poncho,
Hang
come.
on.
Come. There we go. Yeah, you just felt that leash relax, so you know I mean business, because it's dangling in my hand right now. There. That's not a, I didn't even ask for it, but he did it.
Good boy, Poncho.
So, sit. You heard it. He's stubborn, so it's just holding it out. Hang on. Hang on. He may have forgotten. He's creeping, is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Poncho, come! Good come! Yes, good boy! He started looking for me. He's like, where's this asshole at? Who's gonna correct me if I don't do it right? Poncho, sit! Good boy, yes. Nope, that doesn't mean break. Poncho, come! A little bit of pressure, not much. Yeah, he's tired.
Yeah, he's like, I'm tired.
Now this is just gonna be holding. Poncho, sit! Good boy.
Inside turns.
I'm waiting for him to make the decision to get up on his own. He's not doing that.
You should really have it in my hand.
Good boy, Poncho. Good. No, that's not what that means. That's not what that means. You're not creeping. Come.
He wants to try and come to me.
Walk. Sit. Good stay. Good boy. Good boy. Good stay. Yes. He's creeping.
Yeah.
Good stay.
Tongue hanging out of the side of his mouth.
Poncho, down. Nope. Almost there. Down. Good
He gets
boy,
this
yes.
But
Oh, he was fine. I didn't give you a break. I didn't give you a break, but you can have one.
He's a good boy. He's
When
daddy's
you talk
boy.
about the elephant in the room?
What?
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Poncho is.
Oh, yeah, that's a great point.
What?
The elephant in the room, or I guess on the street.
Come on.
What?
He doesn't like women.
He doesn't like women.
Look how close she is.
Yeah.
He's sometimes he doesn't. He's not angry at you or anything.
The
No.
first time.
The first time is because it was dark out. He couldn't see you right. It's
You're
always like that.
becoming, you're normal for him now.
Hey,
You
like,
become-
hello.
Yeah.
And he knows, not a stranger.
Let me do this. I wanna
We're not pushing limits, Brittany.
I wanna try. No.
No.
I'm gonna move quick. And I wanna see what he does.
Hold on to him.
Yeah.
Well, just hold the leash so it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, if he moves quick, because right now you have slack. If he moves quick and he barks at me and reacts to this,
It'll get him.
correct him.
Yep.
So actually give it to your dad. He's better at this. So you can see him do it. Poncho. That was good. That was good. He's fine. He's fine. He's just looking around. He's like, what's happening?
What's he doing? He wants to play.
Because I don't want him to
Come after you or growl.
get aggressive. So I'm trying to, I mean, this is kind of like he's tired. He may be a little antsy. You good? You're good? You're good. That was perfect. That's fine.
That's how I play with him. So it's not too bad.
Poncho, come. There's nothing. I'm not getting anything out of him. So that's great. Okay. Do you guys want to do down work? Or do you think he's done? I think he's pretty much checked.
Done for the night.
Yeah, I think so too.
His brain is all.
He's done. Yeah. He's exhausted tonight.
At home?
Work though, Poncho.
At home and undistracting and yeah.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's like, Dad, I feel structure and safety now.
Yeah.
Oh, you sticky breath.
When you're at home, you can just work on like basic obedience. So like if you're sitting on the couch, you can teach him down. I wouldn't enforce the down still yet because he doesn't know down to a T.
Not to a T, but he does know and understand down.
Yeah.
He
So
doesn't have it to the T yet.
when he's learning it, I don't consider it proofed until you can do it 10 out of 10 times or 20 out of 20 times in a row, and he knows. That's just like keeping track of every time you tell him to do it over the course of like a day or a couple days or whatever.
You know this.
He's too excited.
He's such a good boy.
Poncho, come. Hey. Wait.
You can do those inside and outside turns at random, just to make sure, just to see if he's checking in with you.
You're gonna practice a lot of this tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, hold on to him. I got some treats in my pocket. You can hold on to
To
it.
draw back recalls, and eventually I like to get to the point where I got Arlo, I can tell him sit or down with an e-collar on, and most of the time with the sit while I'm moving.
That's where I want to get. Like if I'm in the yard, so he can run around the yard.
Yeah.
I want to get so he can be out in the yard, not strung to a leash.
Unfortunately, Indianapolis has a leash law, so
Even in the yard.
yeah. Because at any point, him being reactive, learning how to use the e-collar properly, because I use the Dogtraining 280C. I would only go with that one or the Educator, which are really, they're not super expensive, like $260 or something.
Right.
The one I want's $260. The one I have, I bought off Facebook Marketplace for $100. But it's a 280C, and the conditioning levels. First off, he has to know all of his basic obedience for it, for me to work with him. Arlo is very good at most things, so I already started off-leash recall with him. I take him out to my buddy's property, and I'm not doing it in public because he's reactive to people.
Right.
But you have the conditioning levels, which is like 2 to 6 at tops. And that feels like, hey, buddy, tap, 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 tap. And then that's what you use to help them get associated with you.
Right.
And then you've got working levels. So like if they're out in public and they're kind of distracted, you can bump it up to like a 7 to 10. And then corrective levels are generally 10 plus, or the working level plus the 10, or the conditioning level plus the 10, depending on how far you are.
Wait.
And for some dogs, they don't feel it. For a corrective level, let's say Arlo's taking after a rabbit and I say, leave it, come. He ignores it. He's still continuing. I jack it to 30 and he's like, oh, fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Drop him.
And then he learns at that point. It's like when I say drop it or leave it, come, that's when he's like, okay, I gotta listen to that, because if not, I'm gonna feel that horrible sensation again.
Right.
Now with those e-collars, there's also a vibrate button or an option. So
Yep.
the stim feels like a TENS unit, just at different levels. And the vibrate is aversive as shit to dogs. They hate it because it's like a cell phone glued to your neck.
Right.
So it just jostles him around. I use that with Arlo when he loses his absolute mind near another dog, and you need him, and I don't want to correct it because that's one, maybe looking too harsh for the amount of correction I have to give in public, or